Hello and welcome everyone to this wonderful inauguration ceremony of the Leo Officers Training Program. This type of program have been designed for the very first time, and it is the brainchild of our past international director and the constitutional area GAT leader, Narendra Bhandari sir. We have a whole committee dedicated in forming this training program. We have different modules, sessions, and everything will be disclosed and released in this very inauguration session. Today we have our inaugural officer and the chief guest, PID AP Singh sir, and he is also the third international vice president endorsee. We are really obliged, sir, for your presence, and we are really looking forward to the inauguration from your side. Now I would like to invite PID Narendra Bhandari sir to explain to you and give a glimpse of what exactly the Leo Integration GAT committee is doing, what is the work, and how we are running this whole program. Narendra sir.
Thank you, Vivek. First of all, let me express my gratitude to past international director and third vice president Donsi Lan AP Singh for joining us to inaugurate the initiative by the Leo team, say Leo integration team of team CA6. Thank you, PID AP, encouraging supporting the Indian ISAME to integrate the Leo movement to the global action team. I will be very brief in 2 minutes, give you that this is an effort of global action ISAME to really motivate, support the Leo movement. We know the challenge is a continuity.
Narendra sir, we are not able to listen to you. Maybe there's a network issue. We'll wait for a few seconds if sir is joining back.
Yeah. Integration program, in all the area leaders have recommended representative from their respective multiple or respective areas, and the committee has been working hard on 3 important directions. One is updating the record of the Leo districts and Leo clubs. Secondly, the training programs that you can see is being inaugurated today with various training.
I think sir is having real trouble with the network. Not a problem. We'll take him again after AP sir. So now moving on with the agenda, I would request past Leo Line board liaison, Leo Line Ayush.
I really express my apology. Range is very poor. To Vivek to continue. I would just only like to express my gratitude to all the participants today, and I'm sure you will send similar support to the various initiatives that our global action team is going to take. With this view, I congratulate Vivek. We see 264 participants today, and I'm sure when actual training programs will begin, we will have larger participation. And one very good advice given by our past director and AP Singh, we will be keeping all the and
okay, so the last line we heard from Narendra sir is that we'll be keeping all the sessions very short, and that is a good news for everyone. Thank you so much, Narendra sir, for the wishes, and let's move on with the agenda. Ayush, I would like you to give the introduction of our very beloved chief guest and the inaugural officer, PID AP Singh sir.
Thank you, Vivek. A very good evening to the A very good evening to the Leos and Lions of ISAME. This is your past board liaison, Ayush here, and today I've been given the opportunity to introduce someone who truly does not need an introduction. Surprisingly, this is the first time that I've been asked to introduce my father's godfather, if you may say so. He's someone that does not like his formal introductions, and to be honest, does not need a formal introduction. Someone whose intellect is probably higher than his height, whose willingness to adapt and change is equally matched by his deep-rooted respect for everything traditional. His awareness about current affairs, especially sports, is something that I am jealous of. While his oratory skills are something that I'm pretty sure is God-gifted and not inculcated, because someone cannot speak so well until unless there's some blessings by the Almighty above. He's given this organization so much that if we make a list, we'll probably need one training session on that. He's given us the RLLI, the DLLI, the YLLI, so many new membership ideas. He served on the international board, not just on his 2 years as the director, but also in various years as appointees. He served in different ad hoc committees. He's given so many new ideas and programs, not just to the LCI, but I'm pretty sure everyone sitting here, his ideas, his speeches, his concepts have touched each and every one of us. I can personally say wherever I am today, he plays a huge hand, sometimes a stick also in making me reach here. And all I can say is that to keep his introduction short, that it is my pleasure to bring forward to all of you the pride of ISAME, our candidate for third international vice president, PID line AP Singh, an honorary Leo, by the way, too.
Thank you, Ayush. Extremely embarrassing hearing those words from you. Thank you very much for those kind words. Narendra Bhandari ji and everybody else who's been involved in arranging this series and this inaugural program, I'm also very obliged to you for the invitation and the opportunity that you have provided. My good friends, Lions, and most importantly, the Leos that have joined this event today. I have a special request for you, Leos. A very, very special and a sincere request. And that special request is, be yourself. Don't try to be like anyone else. Each individual is unique. The Master, Lord, God, by whatever name that we may address, the cosmic powers all have plans for every individual person. And there are no overlapping plans. We may be influenced by someone else, but trying to clone oneself in attempting to be what someone else is, we are rather taking away the beauty of what we ourselves can be. Every human being at every point of time in one's life is a work in progress. We are not finished products. You are a work in progress. I am a work in progress. But the stage at which you are, my dear Leos, the alterations, the changes, and the way you evolve, those kind of developments to the final product can be much more significant. They can be truly more vital. And you are at that age where you need to continue to explore and experiment with your own ideas, with your inner calls, to find out the way forward. And as you do so, you will continue to discover yourself. It's all about your own discovery. To be very honest, and I make this statement, I've thought about the statement that I'm going to make quite a few times in the last 1 hour, and then I've decided that I must make it. You are not really interested in learning from our generation. And number two, our generation really doesn't have much to offer to you, both ways. The fact of the matter is that those days when one would believe that a particular generation sits at the top of the mountain and the next generation sits right at the bottom, and the Ganga of knowledge, or the river Ganges of knowledge, as I may say, because we have friends from all over the area, flows from the top to the bottom, and those sitting at the bottom must sit there in a revered mood, ready to accept whatever comes from the top. That's all history. It doesn't happen that way. Even knowledge accreditation, the knowledge addition, acquisition, inspection, or rather, the inquisitiveness, all of that is now both ways. It's got to be a two-way process. The best that your generation and mine can do is to develop a seamless understanding for a two-way process of communication through which basically the knowledge of both your and my generation would continue to be enhanced. It's nothing that it's a one-way process. And in your process of discovery yourself, you need to be aware of your strengths. You also need to be perhaps aware of some of your weaknesses, but you don't need to focus only on your weaknesses. You don't need to get cowed down with your weaknesses. You don't need to let those weaknesses take away your enthusiasm. Just let that not happen. Because the fact of the matter is, your own strengths, like any human being's own strengths, are much more than what the weaknesses are. So if that process of discovery of the self goes in the right direction, the weaknesses can be rationalized, sometimes even be eliminated, and the real you, the power of the individual, shall truly emerge. In doing all of this, two things are important. One is inspiration, and the other is perspiration. Inspiration comes from within. Perspiration is purely external. Perspiration is what you and me and everybody must continue to engage in at all points of time. And for this inspiration that comes in from within, you must go to gyms, because your generation, you like to talk about gymming. Gymming is perhaps a way of life for you, but I'm not talking only about the physical gym. I'm talking about the mental gym, the spiritual gym. So you need to go to the physical gym, the mental gym, and the spiritual gym. It's actually about the mind, the body, and the soul. You need to strengthen. If any kind of learning today has to take place with any generation, whether it's your or mine, it's got to be about strengthening the mind, the body, and the soul. So whatever you do, use those three gyms, and then as the days go by, as the years go by, let not each year represent just a mathematical addition to the number of years that you have spent on the planet Earth. You can definitely grow older by 1 year at the expiry of 365 days as the story goes on. But it's not about addition, as I said, of just mathematically 1 more year to the number of years. It's about the experiences gathered during that particular 1 year. It's about how much more an individual gets experienced. If I am 60 years old, it will be extremely sad if I have the experience of 60 identical years. It's got to be the experience of 60 different years, each one improving as compared to the prior ones. That's what growing up is about. It's never about growing old by so many years. It's about growing up in each year. You, my dear friends, are perhaps addressed most appropriately as the GOAT generation. GOAT, which stands for greatest of all times. You stand at fantastic crossroads of the human civilization, or of, if I can say, of the modern civilization in the last 300 to 400 years. You are today, which is the first native digital civilization that has not known the world without its World Wide Web. You do not know what making a payphone, using a payphone is all about. You've not heard music on the cassette players. You've not really, actually, I'd say you've even missed out on listening to the transistor radios. You are not aware of the paper maps. You do not use the fax machines. You do not use the typewriters. You come in a very different age. You come in an age of opportunity where mankind has literally been standing at the crossroads. And basically, if the last 2 years has done a world of good to you, it's added that resilience to you. You have not grown up only in the times of the boom. The millennials grew up in the times of the boom. You have seen the depressions and the downs in your own communities, in your own nation, and across the world. You have experienced one of the greatest challenges that mankind has faced in the last 2 years, and that has made you grow even stronger. Your own mindset that appreciates diversity, your own mindset that talks about diversity, not only about race and gender, but also related to identity and orientation. When I talk of diversity of identity and orientation, I do realize that many of my generation would not even understand what I'm trying to get across to you. But you are equipped. You are ready. You are ready for that launch. You're ready for that launch into the future. You are that arrow, which is the law of nature itself, that will go into the future. My generation may be the bow that will shoot the arrow, but it is a mathematical, it is a principle of physics that the arrow will stay where it is, that the bow will stay where it is. It's only the arrow that will travel into the future. It's you, your generation, my dear Leos, that you will travel into the future. You're scripting history. If we look at some of the greatest political and social movements in the last 10 years or so, they've been driven by youngsters. You are the individuals who, either sitting back or participating, have caused those basic tsunamis in the world, those may be social or political tsunamis. Sometimes your silence counts. And it is for the generation to which I belong that we must learn to listen to the screams of your silence at times. Your silence can be deafening. Your silence can be crucial. Your silence can be very, very vocal at some point of time. And if it is missed, we will perhaps be missing out on something so significant that we might have to pay a very big price for that. And as I have always said, it's today that even at our organizational level, we are at a point where we need to get our own organization to be ready, because it's an evolving organization, 104 years of legacy, 104 years of success, but preparing for the next 104 years as well. And as we continue to do that, to build an Amazon of service, we will need to reimagine and we will need to rebrand Lionism according to what your generation's perspectives are. It is your perspectives because you essentially represent that future, my dear friends. So whatever programs that you participate in, whatever training programs that are created for you, I trust and believe that every care would have been taken, that it's not about passing on the knowledge, what was relevant to my generation, that it's being passed on to you. It's got to be more contemporary. More than contemporary, perhaps it's even got to be futuristic. You should be the ones who should be telling us today. I'm waiting for the brand of Leos to come and talk to me today about what can we do with artificial intelligence in our organization, about the principles of the application of blockchain to develop the service programs and the line and the connectivity of service programs across our districts, multiple districts, country, constitutional area, and the world. Who is going to give us those lessons? Even my generation will have to wait for those lessons from you. So as I said, it's not about somebody dropping that knowledge from the top. It's all about experiencing. It's about exploring. It's about experimenting together. And I thank you. And I'm extremely, allow me to express my gratitude to you that you will perhaps allow me at some point of time to be a part and parcel of that experiment and that exploration, which will be that great experience for me. I'm sure this series would be wonderful, will be extremely impactful and useful. I wish each one of you all the best.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. I would just like to say, when we were discussing like who should be the inaugural officer, the one name that came to us was PID AP Singh. And we knew that apart from you, there's no one else that could just introduce, just inaugurate this webinar, this seminar, this program for the Leos, to the Leos. The generation gap, which you understand, is superb. In the type of your words, the sentences which you use to portray the benefits of the Leos that we can take in this organization is just out of the box. Inspiration, perspiration, physical, mental, gym. And the main thing you said, that you cannot teach us anything, like your generation cannot teach us anything, sir. But I would really like to add here the experience which you guys have, the experience which the Lions have. That is very important for the Leos, be it in any part of the world, or be it in any line. You are the important people we have. It is rightly said in Hindi, बेटा कभी बाप से ऊपर नहीं जाता है, भले वो कितना ही बड़ा हो जाए. So yes, Leos are on the way to reach at the position where you want us to. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for inaugurating this program in such a beautiful manner. Thank you. Now, since the program has been inaugurated, let's give you the details, the glimpse of the training program which we have. I'll just share my screen and explain to you what is the program. This is the first time ever that the training program is consisting of the participants which are in focus. Those are the district and the multiple district presidents, the vice presidents, district and multiple district Leo chairpersons, and GAT officers which have been introduced in this year. And obviously the Leos and the Leo Lion Council and the Cabinet Liaisons. This is a new post introduced by the international at the district and the multiple district. All the sessions will be definitely open for all members, and anyone can join the sessions, but the focus, the duties, the roles, and everything will be focused on these participants. It will be a total of 6-week training program, and the sessions will be starting from next Friday, that is the 11th of February. The sessions will be once a week, every Friday, same time, 8:30 p.m. the Indian time, IST, and the duration will be 1 hour, max to max 1.5 hour, depending on the topics. The Zoom link will be same for all the sessions, so you don't have to find a link for every new session. This is the training schedule. We have you covered. We have covered all the topics which are currently important at this point of time, the last quarter. So the roles and responsibilities, the duties of the GAT officers, the self-development plan. We have made sure that each session has a soft skill topic as well, which will enhance your personality. And we definitely have made sure that everything is covered. Planning the last quarter, effective communication and marketing will be the second session. The third session will be the resource management. How can you use your resources? Call letter, awards, rewards, and Leo Lion relationship. This will be the time when most of the districts, most of the multiples will be releasing the call letters for the new leaders. So this topic is there. The types of awards you can introduce at your district and multiple districts. Next session will be the leadership and fellowship events which you can organize at your district and MD levels, not on the club levels. This is important. Yesterday, Ayush and I were talking about this topic, and we came to a conclusion that the events in all the districts or the multiples have to be categorized according to their scenario, and accordingly, you will be given the information. What is a model council meet? There is no protocol for Leos. Just like we have a protocol for Lions, for Leos, we don't have any printed protocol. So how do we organize a model council meet at districts and MDs? Elections and conventions, the rules, regulations will be given here. The last will be the test and quiz. So this will be something different, and you need to wait for the details. which we give for the test and the quiz. Something is different in this. And the closing ceremony where we will declare the winners of the quiz and give certificates and everything. So this is a short program of around 1 month. And we are also looking forward to extend this program for the upcoming officers. Like this is the pilot project. If this goes well, we'll continue it forever. These are the faculties of the program. We are revealing the faces right now. We have made sure, as Sir said, we have made sure the generations gap is covered, the experience is covered, and everything, whatever is needed for the topics, they are there. Narendra Bhandari, sir, is the past international director and also the CA leader of ISAME. Sangeeta Jatia, ma'am, the past international director, a great speaker, enthusiastic always for the Leos. Anand Mehta, okay, he needs no introduction. One of the best speakers we have in India, past Leo advisory panelist. Lion Ruchita Mehra, she's also associated with the ISAME office, and she is a Leo turned lion, a great speaker, great faculty. You will learn a lot from her. Below are the people, you know, the faces: Ayush Bagla, the past Leo Lion Board liaison, myself, Dipesh Doshi, the past Leo advisory panelist, and Rajitha, past Leo advisory panelist. We made sure that the topics which are given to the speakers, they have already done those things in the past and achieved great success. We also have a good thing. We have made a WhatsApp group. One group was not enough, so yesterday we made a second group, and we can make more groups. The communication of the sessions will be given in these WhatsApp group because it is faster and easier to do. There will be certain rules. The groups will be logged, the communication will be controlled. Each session has one soft skill topic, which I already said. Success stories by current leaders, the district presidents, multiple presidents, the participants. We will be sending out proposals and feedback forms after and before the sessions. You can give your proposal for presenting a success story related to that topic, and then you can do it in the session. We would really like everyone to learn from each other. Inputs from the Leo advisory panelists, we will have them in the sessions, and they will give us the updates, the information, the latest information from the international. By looking at your feedback forms, if we feel the topics need to be modified or the sessions need to be added, if you want to add something to this training program, we will definitely think upon that, and it is okay if we modify the sessions. E-certificates for the quiz winners and the test winners. So this was the whole program. This is a prototype, this is a pilot program, and we hope it being a good success, because it is the very first time we are including the Leo chairpersons, multiple district chairpersons, district presidents, multiple presidents together in such type of a program. So yes, I wish everyone all the very best, and I hope this goes well. The speakers are great, the faculty is great, and we may achieve huge success with this program. Thank you so much. Okay, you can give your views in the chat box. Now we have our very own Leo advisory panelist, the young master, Leo Lion Akshit Bagla with us. He is the current first year international Leo advisory panelist of ISAME. Akshit, I would like you to give your address.
Thank you so much. Before I start off and before I begin, I'd like to thank two special people who've been helping us throughout this journey of formulating these events, and not just formulating the training program, but then in supporting in the development of the whole Leo Club program. So, first of all, I'd like to start off and thank past international director and the third international vice president endorsee, PID and AP Singh. Whenever we go to him with any kind of a suggestion, or when we go to him for any support or advice from him, he's always been there to support, to guide the Leos, and similarly has been past international director and the GAD constitution area leader, PID Narendra Bhandari. This year, when the year began, he came up with the idea that yes, we could start off with integrating the Leos into the GAD, and that has been something which has been very motivating for the Leos and is helping us a lot. When I still remember in the and when I say I refer to all the three other advisory panelists as well who were there with me on the panel for this year. We have Leo Ranjit from Nepal. We have Lan Sandeep from Nepal and Lan Hasata from Sri Lanka. Whenever we talk about something which we've learned a lot from the ISAME webinar which we organized in September, was when PID AP had come, and PID AP sir had come and he told us about something which we understood, and we thought that yes, this is something that we should keep on looking forward to. And that was that as the millennials and as the Gen Z, it is our turn to come forward and start handling the mantle. It is our turn to come forward. And as he also said today, and he's been referring us to as the GOAT generation, the greatest of the all generation. But then anyone cannot be called a GOAT until unless they go through that process of learning, of developing and understanding the core values. And when we inaugurate and start this training program, I'd like to thank all the GAT committee members, and especially the training program committee. There are a few people who worked behind it a lot. We have Rajita from Sri Lanka, we have Mohammad Arslan from Pakistan, we have people like Shivraj. These people, that Neil, these are the people who've been working behind the whole training program. And I would like to not just thank the whole training committee on behalf of the whole panel, but then all the committees in the GAT. Thank you so much for supporting us. And thank you so much for fulfilling all the dreams which we had laid at the beginning of the year, for everything that we had planned at the beginning of the year. And since the beginning, in the last 8 months, we've always been coming to all the district presidents, the past multiple district presidents, the past presidents, and coming to you with some sort of a surprise every quarter. This quarter, we had already given you one surprise previous meeting, and today we're giving you another surprise of the training program. So congratulations, and I'm sure that all of you will make good use of this training program. And finally, before I conclude, I'd also like to thank today the Leo department manager Khamisi for joining us on such a short notice. Thank you so much, Khamisi, for always being there to not just support the Leos of CA6, but also to each and every one of us. You've been there to guide us and support us and motivate us in all ways. So thank you so much, everyone. And I hope all of you have a great time ahead. If you have any query, feel free to get in touch with us anytime, not just regarding this training program. We're always there to support you as the advisory panelists. So thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Great words by my brother Akshit Bagla. It's always great to have you in the meetings, in the events like such for the Leos. Thank you, Akshit, for being with us. Now we have Khamisi Grace, the Young Lions and Leo department manager, sit away from Chicago, with us, who has joined this program since the very beginning. Khamisi, if you can just unmute yourself and give your address.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I see it. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I want to start by, of course, thanking PID Bandari and Vivek for inviting me today, and all of the advisory panelists who encouraged me to come. They said the time was short, but they reached out and are so supportive of this effort that they said, if there's any way you can make it, please, please come. We want you to see what we're doing. So my thanks again to Hasita, Ranjit, Sandeep, and of course, Akshit, for really advocating for not just this event, but all of the Leos of ISAME. And I must, of course, acknowledge PID AP Singh. Your words were really inspiring and incredible. I'm so glad that I had an opportunity to hear you, sir, and to have you recognize the importance of what young people bring to the table. And not always do people do that, but understanding that Leos have so much to contribute and are leading now, and are truly going to be the ones that make the difference in our association, in our world. So thank you all so much. And I want to say just congratulations on doing this. When Leos and Lions work together, we strengthen our association. And if you're familiar with a saying, many hands make light work. And it's going to need all of your hands to do the work of changing the world. And I know so many of you are passionate about that and are ready to do that, and this type of integration, so that Leos and Lions aren't just working together occasionally, but are making decisions together, are making plans together, are really understanding what needs to be done in the area will make a difference. So to the leaders of this organization, of this movement, this GT involvement, I encourage you to continue to work together, to welcome each other and know you each have a role to play. As AP Singh alluded to, everybody has a different destiny. Everybody comes with different gifts. You all have a unique and important voice. And it's so important to hear and listen to each other. I would often say, especially when you disagree. And anytime you're doing something new and it's a new thing, you will run into challenges and run into disagreements. But it is so important because that middle place sometimes, where one person is passionate about A and somebody else is passionate about B, is where we find what is truly the most important thing. And recognizing that all of the voices around you need to be heard, and to welcome each other and be kind to each other. And, as we say, kindness matters. It really does. And wanting people to know that your doors are open as the organizers of this great training program, to hear them, to give them feedback, and then to share your successes and challenges with each other, but also with us at LCI. And probably the easiest way to do that is through your advisory panelists. We meet with them all of the time, and they're happy to connect with you, but also with us to share what you all are learning in ISAME and how we can share those learnings with Leos and Lions around the world, and to develop best practices. So in these types of situations, you're really among the first and leading the way. So you will discover things that we don't yet know, but could help Leos in Africa understand how to develop communications better. It could help the Leos in the United States understand how to communicate better. And so we want to learn from you all as organizers, but making sure that you're listening to your officers that are here to be trained. What are they asking for? What do they need? How can you respond to that? And also, because that's, selfishly what I want to know and what we want to know in my department. What do you need? How can we respond to that? What will make you the strongest leaders possible to be able to make the difference? And finally, but not least, I want to congratulate all of the district and multiple district officers that are here. You are the most important, right? I named a lot of people first, but you are the most important. We know that so much of the work that we're talking about, the trainings, all of it doesn't matter if you don't show up and if you don't implement. And your feedback about what we need to do will be critical. As Vivek mentioned, this is a novel idea and I love it. I'm really excited about it because I think that that's some of the work that as an association, we needed to be headed to. Like, how do we train? 6 months ago, I was like, how do we do a better job of supporting the district and multiple district presidents so that they feel equipped to lead in their areas and are gaining skills intentionally, not just by virtue of you went through it, learned a lesson, you had to figure it out the hard way. So whatever you learn, whatever you gain, I hope you share it with each other, but also with us. So stay involved, pay attention. I know it can be hard. We've all been on web calls for 2 years now, and they're late at night and early in the morning and across the weekend. So sometimes it's hard to stay engaged, but it's really important to do that. Provide the feedback. I ask the organizers to listen to feedback. I'm asking you to provide the feedback. If something's not working, if something's great, always say that it's great. But I think if the lessons that we can learn when people say maybe we missed something, maybe we can improve it a little bit, are so important. So I know, because I know your panelists and all these past advisor panelists want to hear that because they want to be better in making sure that what we're giving you is responsive to you. And finally, I'm here to help. At LCI, we're here to help. We're happy to be here. And we want you to know that we're working on our own Leo strategic plan to be intentional about the growth and development of the Leo Club program and to really invest in this program across the next 5 years. And so part of that is going to be us asking you questions. You ask me questions. I can't always fix it immediately, but I don't forget it, right? And sometimes it just takes us a while to get those things rolled out. But try our new developments as they come out, and then let your advisory panelists know, again, what's working and what's not. I keep saying that because I think that's the only way to learn, at least for me. We do something and I want to hear your feedback about it. And I say, maybe we missed the mark on that. We can improve a little bit of this, or this is something the Leos think they really need. Maybe we need to adjust where our areas of focus are. And so a couple of things I wanted to tell you about, because I want you to try it, right? Because we want to hear your feedback that we've developed as part of our strategic plan is the Leo Learning Path. So hopefully, as a first start, all of you have your MyLion accounts. So if you do not, I'm not going to ask for a poll. If you do not, please register for your MyLion accounts. It is really important, specifically in your roles, because that gives you access to the Learn Center through LCI, and you're able to do that. That's how you would report service in your areas. And most importantly, you can get on this Leo learning path that we've developed. We're developing an officer path for Leos that we hope will be available in the next year. And so that's why I said that's one step. But as we learn more about what you need and what you're interested in, hopefully we can develop more. And the MyLCI landing page has been updated. So that's a note for not just the Leos, but the Lions on the call too. So if you haven't logged in to MyLCI recently, you should, because on that landing page, you can now see aggregate Leo totals. So before, if you logged in, you only saw the total numbers of Lions in the area, Lions clubs, Lions members. Now you can toggle and see both. So you will be able to see aggregate numbers, and all of the district officers now have access. So that's a new thing. If you didn't know, if you are a district Leo president, a multi-district Leo president, or a secretary, you now have access to MyLCI. This was something that was raised multiple times, particularly by the Leo advisory panelists from ISAME. And we got that resolved. And Passport Liaison Ayush, we heard you. So you now have MyLCI access, sorry, it's in the morning for me, but view access so that you're able to log in and see what's happening in clubs in your area. This is also the same for the district Leo chairs, multi-district Leo chairs who may be on the call. You now have additional access to the My Leo Clubs menu. So you're better able to support Leo Club advisors and see who's reported and who's not reported. And of course, there's MyLCI access for Leo and Leo Lion Cabinet and Council liaisons. So I'm thinking, based on what Vivek mentioned, that means almost everybody on this call today should now have MyLCI access. And you can use that to have a better picture of what's happening in your district or your multiple district as far as reporting and who's where and who the officers are, and improve your communication. I think it's so important that we do these things because it will facilitate so much of the work that you're doing and make the Leos more visible to everybody, which I think is important because I want to talk about Leos all the time. But my hope is that you'll get there, you'll see some of the growth that we've made, know that we're making more efforts, right? Our strategic plan covers efforts in recruitment, membership experience, and that transition to Lions, because I want to see all of you become Leo Lions, and that we are giving you what you need to serve your communities, which is of course the most important part. So go through this training program, get excited about it. I'm excited about it. And I want to hear how it goes. And so that we know and we can learn from you at LCI about the type of things that Leo officers really need to strengthen their program. So with that, I will not hold you long. I've probably already talked too much, but I was so excited about the things that we have now and the things that are coming that we want I wanted to share them with you and to help you be loud and proud about being a Leo. So please keep checking our Facebook pages and our website so that you can see the new updates, and send us messages if you need anything. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kamisi. The Leo department from Chicago, they are always in support of the Leos. Whenever you want any help, you can directly mail to them, and they are always happy to help everyone. And as Kamisi said, the MyLCI access to the district and the multiple districts, I am really proud that ISAME has been a game changer in this, because most of the people, most of the panelists and everyone has been trying since a lot of time. But since the last 2 years, Ayush and I were in the panel and everything. And now Akshay, the ISAME webinars were really very important, because we always had the multiple districts and the districts giving their suggestions and feedbacks in the webinar, and we invited you guys, and you always got a suggestion to get the MyLCI access for the districts and the multiple districts. So ISAME should always be proud of what we are doing. And now when we are having this new training program, we don't know the future, but definitely this will also be a game changer in the coming days. Thank you, Khamisi. Thank you for being with us. It was great having you with us. And now I would like to request Rajita, past Leo advisory panelist. He's from Sri Lanka, and he'll be acknowledging the committee, the training committee, the co-coordinators, and everyone. I'll just share the screen.
Come in for 2 minutes.
Narendra sir is here. Okay, he has joined back. Narendra
Yeah,
sir.
I would first of all apologize all the participants, more than 350 participants, that my network was not well, and so I was little challenged in communicating my views about this program. Anyway, first of all, let me first congratulate Vivek for designing a beautiful program of this training to the Leo district presidents, multiple district presidents, and all the district Leo chairpersons. The program, if you see, it has been very nicely designed. It's learning as well as it's educating. And today also you might have seen our inaugurator officer, past international director, Lion AP Singh, gave a motivational speech as well as, learning education. And at the same time, we saw Khamisi giving a lot of information about the Leo program at the international. Similarly, each learning program, each training program has been equally designed so that you will have everything. You will have motivation, you will have learning. At the same time, you will have a lot of information about the Leo programs. I will take an opportunity in the next training program to speak to you about the Global Action Team. In fact, I am really passionate about Leo movement simply because I joined my Lionistic career as a Leo way back 40 years back. And I have been seeing a lot of challenges. And challenges for Leo movement is Leos have been contributing a lot of success has been achieved. But what is more difficult is the sustainability and continuity of the Leo's success. And that we want to achieve through the Global Action Team. And that is how, at the beginning of this year, I took this up to have the Leo program integration into the Global Action Team. And thanks to the support that we received from the Leo panelists and as well as all the district presidents and multiple district presidents, that they have now started appointing the Global Action Team coordinators in their respective districts. And let me assure you, today, if you see the Lions movement, the ISAME has a great success story to present to the world, and that the credit mainly goes to the program of Global Action Team. All our coordinators, all our area leaders have been working very hard to achieve various success in membership, leadership, and service. And I'm sure as soon as we have the integration of Leo completed in this GAD program, I'm sure the Leo movement in ISAME is going to be, I would say, a role model to the globe, how the Leo movement can be taken up. We have been talking too much about giving importance to Leo program, supporting the Leo movement, but exactly we were not finding how this can be a continuous support. And now, because of this Global Action Team program, I'm sure it will be a good communication between Leo Lion, and that will be a good teamwork that will really give a success to the Leo. And I always call Leos as the future of Lionism. And I'm sure now we are giving the right shape to the Leo movement to be the future of Lionism. I would also like to express my gratitude to our past International Director, Lion AP Singh, for inaugurating today's training program. Also, Khamisi, you are really great. You parted a lot of knowledge about the latest development in Leo program. And I'm sure all the Leos have always been saying that we get fantastic support from LCI for the Leo movement. And I'm sure this support from your division will definitely continue. And I'm sure next few years, you will see the youth development in ISAME as far as the Lions program is concerned, and the more credit will come to the Leo movement in this particular area. I've taken a lot of time, and I will be speaking to you about Global Action Team in detail in the next training program. Once again, congratulations to the entire training team led by our Vivek Pavla. And of course, we have great support from Akshit, and all the past district presidents and past panelists. They have been really great, inspiring. And you will find that the program here onward is going to be totally taken up by the Leos. It has been so designed that it is a program by the Leos, for the Leos, and about the Leos. I wish all the participants a great success. At the same time, I would invite all the Lions to be participating in all the program, and that really is going to give encouragement and motivation to the Leos. Thank you very much. Once again, my apologies for getting disconnected because of the network. I'm traveling in some other part of the country, and I apologize for all the challenges that I had. Because of the challenges, I could not connect properly with you. Thank you very much, Vivek, once again. And once again, congratulations to you and the Leo panelist team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We could hear you properly this time. Great words by Narendra sir, and we are all looking forward to the success of this training program. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Rajita, past Leo advisory panelist, to acknowledge the committee, the people who have been working for this training program.
Thank you, Vivek, for giving this wonderful opportunity to acknowledge the training committee of the ISAME. Basically, this Leo program integration into GATT ISAME committee's initiation, so which is headed by past International Director Narendra Bandari, who is the GATT Constitutional Area Leader, and also who was a past Leo. And as a brain child of his, so we are launching this ISAME training program. So the committee is mainly coordinating by past advisory panelist Vivek Shin Pabla, and there are committee members which consist with the Leo program integration into GATT ISAME committee, and also there are coordinators who are working as coordinators from each multiple districts. Most of the multiple district presidents and vice presidents represents as the coordinators, and there are a lot of Leos also representing. This committee consists from all the parts of the ISAME constitutional area. There are committee members including past Leo Line board liaison Ayush Bagla, and the past multiple district president Muhammad Aslan from multiple district 305 Pakistan, and past multiple district president KC Sivaraj from the multiple district 318, and multiple district 3233 representing Leo Nishta Saudawat, and Leo Kamya Melwani from multiple district 3232, and Leo Zara Hiral representing the Leo district 351 Lebanon, and Leo Neil Katoria, past district president representing the multiple district 3234, and Leo club president Noor Jude representing the district 351. She also representing the country Palestine, and Leo Rushdin Taktani representing the district 3232, and these are the committee members. And then the coordinators representing all the multiple districts. Leo Rabia Sadiq representing as the multiple district president of the multiple district 305 Pakistan. Leo Dilshan Piris, multiple district president, multiple district 306 Sri Lanka. Leo Samuel Ashan Anik, multiple district president, multiple district 315 Bangladesh. Leo Padma Lahiri, multiple district president, multiple district 316 India. Leo Aisha Shetty, multiple district president, multiple district 317 India. Multiple district president Leo Aparna Suresh, representing multiple district 318 India. Multiple district vice president K Pratyusha, representing multiple district 320 India, and Leo Shevtank Maheshwari, multiple district president, multiple district 3231 India. Leo Vansh Agrawal, multiple district president, multiple district 3232 India, and Leo Anish Khan, representing multiple district 3233 India, and multiple district president Leo Tejaswini Naik, representing multiple district 3234 India, and Leo Mohammad Mustaqil, the multiple district president of the multiple district 324 India, and also Leo Adarsha Bhattari from multiple district 325 Nepal. So these are the committee of the training programs, which is under the Leo program integration into the GATT ISAME main committee. So my heartiest thanks and congratulations goes to the all of these committee members for their hard work to make this wonderful program realistic. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajita. Congratulations to all the committee members. Your work starts from today, actually. Whatever you have done till now is the past, and now the training sessions will be starting and the work will be starting from now. The co-coordinators, the multiple district presidents of all the multiples, you will be the face of your multiple, and definitely we encourage you to make sure that more and more Leos from your multiple join the training program. It is open for everyone. The regions where we don't have multiple districts, we have the GAT representatives, which are given by the lions of those multiples. So they will be taking care of that multiple. We will definitely achieve great success from this training program. So now we have the open session. There are a lot of people here. Please take care of the mics. I will just give you the permission to unmute. If anyone has to say something, if you have a feedback, a suggestion, anything, please raise your hand and we'll unmute you. You can also write everything in the chat box, but raising hand works well. All the co-hosts, please make sure you don't miss anyone. Do we have any doubts? Do we have any suggestions? Or we did so well that we don't have any doubts?
Oh, it is meant for only Leos or others also?
It is meant for the Leo chairpersons, district Leo chairpersons, multiple district Leo chairpersons, the Leo officers, and yes, everyone can join. The soft skill sessions are common for all.
What about Leo club advisors?
Yes, definitely you can join.
You all are also welcome, and more the land supporting the Leos, it is always good for us, as many land support the Leos. So you're most welcome to the sessions.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so not to worry, we will have a proposal form, but the most important thing is we have WhatsApp groups. Please do join the groups, and if you're not yet in the group, please contact your multiple president to add you in the group. Okay, thanks. Yes, so you can give your suggestions in the proposal forms. We'll be sending in the groups. Thank you so much. So now moving towards the end of the program, I would like to request our young Leo Land Council liaison, Mohammad Arslan, for the vote of thanks.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, Arslan.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you to past Leo Advisory Panelist and Chief Coordinator of Leo Officers Training Program, Leo Vivek Singh Pabla, for giving me this opportunity to lead a wonderful task of saying thanks to the wonderful people gathered here tonight for an excellent session entitled Inaugural Ceremony of Leo Officers Training Program. I would like to extend my humble thanks to the past International Director, Loin A.P. Singh, International Third Vice President endorsee, for gracing tonight's session as worthy chief guest. Thank you so very much, sir, for inspiring Leos of ISAME. You are truly an inspiration for all of us, and we, the Leos of ISAME, are really lucky to have you among us. Thank you so much for your love, support, and of course, inspirational words. I'm thankful to PID Loin Narendra Bhandari, GAT Area Leader, CS6, and the Chairperson, Leo Integration and GAT ISAME. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence, your inspirational words, for Leos of ISAME. We, the Leos of ISAME, are truly grateful to you for your support and cooperation towards strengthening Leo movement in CA6. I would like to pay my gratitude to the manager, Young Loins Leos Department, Amisi Grace. Thank you, madam, for gracing tonight's session with your kind presence from Oak Brook. CA6 always loves you, and thanks to you for your always support and guidance. Thank you to the past Leo Line Board Liaison, Ayush Bagla. Thank you, Ayush Bhai, for being here with us tonight. You are the heartbeat of Leos of CA6, and Leos truly love hearing you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you to all the Leo advisory panelists of CA6, second year panelists, Loin Hasitha and Rajit Bhakat, and first year panelists, Loin Sandeep and Akshit Bakla. Thank you for being here with us tonight and for a continuous support system to Leos of CA6. Now, I would like to extend my thanks to the Honorable past international directors, council chairpersons, district governors, past district governors, district and multiple district chairpersons, Leo Club program, the multiple district presidents, the district presidents, the club president, and of course, the worthy Leo Club members and Leo Club advisors for joining us tonight and making this event a huge success. Due to time constraints, I'm not able to say everyone's name, but believe me, when I say your title, thank you, I really mean it. Thank you for being here, being a part of tonight's session and making this event memorable and historical. In the end, I would request everyone to please take good care of yourself, stay safe from COVID, and enjoy a healthy life. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with us. We will be closing the meeting now. See you all at the training sessions. Thank you all.
Congratulations to the GAT committee, especially to Vivek Bhai and all the members who put their efforts in making this event successful. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ruslan. Okay, so we are closing the session now. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.